underwater, the lighthouse.
As I was watching it, because at first I'm like, oh my god, is this going to be some horror thing? Because I thought it was starting this creepy, foggy thing, and I'm just like, oh no, time to start jumping from my seat. But then I realized I was still waiting the entire time, and I was waiting for something to come the whole time. So I definitely anxiety, and I was like, when is it going to come? It was getting really pretty stressful, and I'm like, okay. Then at the end, near the end, I'm like, okay, when is this going to end? And finally, that's exactly when my anxiety ran out, and it's at suspension. I'm like, you portrayed that very, very well. If that's what you were trying to accomplish, congratulations. That in technical terms now, like I thought it was really cool because first of all, filming at night is pretty hard to do in general, and then this is also underwater, which is also hard to do. So it's like two of these combined, like. And they were trying to achieve this, and I would have to say like it's a very good job well done, because it must have been very, very hard to capture this.
Yeah. Well, thanks for giving your honest process through it. I guess mission accomplished.
That film totally hit me in a different way. Just because I got a similar feeling. It reminded me of Jaws, like the opening scene where you're like, oh my god, dark water. But for me, it kind of reminded me of these experimental films that I used to watch in school, where it was literally, I think a husband and wife filmed themselves washing suds off their driveway, really weird stuff like that, and it takes you back to this place when, for me at least, when I was a kid. And your parents are doing something, and you're just sitting there, watching almost nothing, and it's it made me feel like I was on a boat at night or something, and I was looking at just this one little light dance on the water, and it's I don't know, it just makes you I feel like that film did so much with so little, and it just kind of makes it. It highlights those weird little moments in life when nothing's going on, and but you're still watching something, your brain and everything is still working. I don't know, it was cool. I liked it. I thought it was really cool. It was very different from everything else.
I agree with you. I actually was thinking as I was watching, it was just interesting, not knowing what it was, but just somehow the colors and the movement of the camera, it was just kind of soothing. So I really, really enjoyed that, especially the sound, and I could feel like I was in the water too. So I really liked that.
I think first and foremost it was overwhelming anxiety, but I think the theme of it was the idea of drowning and the idea of being underwater has a symbolism of emotional instability, but also having that light as a guide, kind of says that there's a way out of the depression, or out of some sense of hope and stuff like that. So I thought that kind of encapsulated all that type of symbolism around that.
Oh, and I also agree with the comment that was mentioned earlier about drowning and trying to get back to the surface essentially, and using the light as a beacon as a guidance to get back to civilization, I guess. So it was an interesting take. I kept watching it, expecting for the camera to eventually come out of the water, and to change the whole under the water feeling, but it never got to that point. But when you're underwater, just being loose and just kind of going with the flow. I don't know if this was my interpretation. I saw it as even though they didn't get to the surface, essentially, that's what they were essentially striving to do. And once that person did get to the surface, things might have became more clear. But it was really interesting just to see that perspective, and being from the water or being underwater and just taking it from that point of view.
No, I think that and I just felt like it was yep, and that's life. You see the light, and you're just still in the water, and you're waiting to see the light. Yeah, I'm just it's the journey, you know what I mean? So.